man. Sky. All the stars, man. The stars are beautiful tonight.
As you might have guessed, I'm not in London. I am actually in Miami right now for the 10x Business Bootcamp. Very appropriately dressed. I actually always wear this hat on flights because I watched a video once that said that the headrest on flights is the germiest place of all, and I just don't like touching it. I'm someone who spends the whole time on a flight being like, that looks dirty, that looks dirty, that looks dirty, and just like anti-backing. I had like 12 hours of traveling, so feeling pretty ready for some food and to sleep. But I think I'm gonna go to the pool in the hotel for a bit and try and wake up because the boot camp starts tomorrow and I don't have that long to adjust to the time zone because it's a full day tomorrow. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the boot camp. Monday, I've got a free day with like some client calls and catch up on work and chill out. And then Tuesday, I'm actually flying to New York because I'm speaking at a conference on a panel there on Wednesday morning. So it's a busy trip, but it's going to be a good one. So I thought I would bring you along with me. Good morning. Feeling a lot fresher than yesterday. It is just after 8:30 and I'm going to head off for day one of the conference. I realised I didn't really explain what it was yesterday because I'd just arrived in the hotel and was a bit like, well, 10x Bootcamp is a 3-day sales and business event. Oh, it's super bright. Where this guy called Grant Cardone, who's a really good sales trainer here in America, runs through loads of stuff to do with growing your business, scaling, hiring people, a bunch of things that I think will be really crucial with the stage that we're at, where I'm starting to grow the team out and expand. So I'm gonna head to breakfast and then head to the hotel where the bootcamp is happening.
You can't rest and activate at the same time.
It's the end of day one and I could honestly go home and have got more value than expected from just the first day alone. I'm just in an Uber on the way to dinner to meet someone that I met at one of the other Grant Cardone events that I've been to. Then I'm going to go back to my hotel room and look over all my notes, let all the good stuff from the day sink in, start to put it into action. I just got back from dinner. I'm like basically ready to sleep now. It is 10 to 10, so it is 10 to 3 in the UK. But yeah, today was so good. Just like we went over employees and hiring people, marketing and advertising, and then a bit over the sales process as well. Today actually I was talking to a couple of people and everyone asks like, what other grant events have you been to? And it made me think back to the first time I actually saw Grant speak was February 2017. So I started my business October 2016. So in February I was like a couple of months into it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I only had a couple of clients. I was still very much getting out of the habits of my old job and I just wasn't very business minded. Like I didn't really know where I wanted to go with having a business. I just knew I wanted the freedom of not working for someone else. And my boyfriend, who's been following Grant for years and years and years, he mentioned that he was going to a sales and business event in Miami, and I was like, well, if you're going to Miami for an event, then I'll just tag along, won't go to the event, and I'll just sit on the beach and enjoy the pool and have a nice time and work remotely, because I could do with having my business. So we both went to Miami. He went to Grant's event, which was actually the first 10x Growth Con that Grant ever organised, with 800 people there. And I just sat on the beach, enjoyed myself. And then it was on the last day of the event, my boyfriend said, like, just come along for a few hours and just watch him speak, see how you like it. And I was so unsure. I was like, no, I don't really want to come. I didn't want to go to a business event when I was on what I perceived to be a holiday. I was like such a pain about it, probably. And he just kept being like, no, you have to see this, you have to see this. Anyway, I got into the room of 800 people, music blaring, lights going off as speakers come on stage, and Grant up on stage talking about how to expand your business, and like just talking about stuff that I'd never heard anyone speak about in that way. And at first I was like, this is so American, this is so brash and obnoxious, and he's talking about money so much, and I just really didn't get it. But fast forward to now, I've been to 2 growth cons since then. I'm on Cardone'S, which is his sales and training program, and obviously I've come to the 10x Business Bootcamp this weekend. The moral of that is, if there's something in your life or your business right now that you feel uncomfortable with, like you're putting off, you're ignoring, you don't want to do it, like how I didn't want to go to the event, that is probably an area that you're actually really struggling with and you really need to focus on. At that time, I wasn't really thinking about sales. I wasn't thinking about business development. I wasn't thinking in that way, but that's exactly what I needed to focus on. If you want to achieve results that the average person doesn't, you need to put in effort that the average person doesn't either. So push yourself outside of your comfort zone. It might feel really difficult and you might not like it, but actually that could lead to really amazing things. Super important to have people around you as well who will push you in good directions. Yeah, trips like this and just business in general, like it is hard work. It's not the easiest thing, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm gonna give up saying my name is Corey because all the Americans are like, Corey? Is it Corey? So I might just start introducing myself like that. Look how nice this is. It is the end of day 2. Another really good day today. Another really good dinner as well. Both dinners since I got here, I've met up with people who own or work in social media agencies out here in Miami, and it's super interesting, super inspiring to see what people are working on over here. It's a different level of think. People think bigger over here. The goals are bigger. Hard to sum up 8 hours worth of content from the event, but one of the key takeaways today for me was just cannot do this alone. Like, your team is so important in everything that you're doing. So yeah, it's been a really, really, really good trip. And I hear that it's really cold in the UK, so I don't really want to come home. There's no filming inside the venue as well, if you're wondering why I'm not sharing any clips of inside the event. When I'm there and I'm taking notes, meeting people during the breaks and just trying to talk to as many people as possible. What I really love about this community is it just brings everyone together. Everyone at the event is there because they want to better themselves, they want to better their business. You don't hear people talking negatively. It's rare to have an environment like that where no one's trying to tear other people down or tell you you're thinking too big, calm down. I'm actually so sad that it's ending, but hopefully back in the States soon. Day 3. So the conference just ended. I've just come back to my hotel, to the pool area. I'm gonna go get changed out of my shirt and trousers because it's warm now. I need my sunglasses and swimsuit. But before I do that, I just wanted to come on here and kind of just try and convey like some of what the last 3 days have been like. It's honestly the best event that I've been to. If I could spend every weekend at that event consuming information like that, like it would just be ideal. Some of my main takeaways from today, I would say, is just how important it is to continue to learn and train and get better, because you're never done learning, you're never done being able to improve yourself and do more and get more from yourself and your business. The thing with events like this is, like, I'm not under any illusion that I will go back to the UK and everything that I learned today and all of the notes and the plans and everything that I scribbled down to implement will happen. You cannot absorb 3 days of information that blows your mind and go back and execute on it on Monday. You'll forget stuff, you'll be pulled back into an environment that is so different to this one. You'll go back to normal life. You won't be in this 10x, like, be better environment. So what you need to do if you go to an event like this, you consume information that really sticks with you and you think that's something that I need to know and action on, is you need to repeat it. You need to constantly be hearing that information. You need to actually create habits that allow you to implement that change. Like, you cannot just think that by hearing something one time you can get it all done. It needs to become a routine, it needs to become a habit. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back to my hotel room and think now, like, with the information I've got, what am I implementing and what's going to change in the business, what am I improving and working on before I come back to another one of these events another time and refresh all the information. Because each time you learn something new, each time you commit to implementing that, your mind gets bigger, your mindset changes, and you just progress and progress and progress. So I hope you've enjoyed a bit of an insight into what these kind of events are like. I was keen not to just do an Instagram post from Miami sunset being like, great time being here. I wanted to show a bit more of the realness behind an event like this and what I'm thinking about when I'm here and why I bother coming 10 hours to absorb this kind of information. If you found it interesting and if you would find it interesting for me to do more videos of like a behind the scenes of my business, then I'm always going to be in Miami. Can't always promise that you're going to have a view of the pool and sunsets and everything nice like that. I'm usually in London. If you would like to see more behind the scenes stuff, then let me know, leave a comment on this video and I can make that happen.